For all. Hey, roll call, please.
Mayor Chuck Davis,
Here.
Councilman Mike Hughes,
Here.
Councilman Corey Oxford,
Here.
Bob Barker,
Here.
Councilman Jerry Fleet.
Here. Everybody had a chance to look at the agenda. There will be one change. Will Fouts with the hospital board will not be here tonight. So the chair would entertain a motion with that one change in the agenda. To approve it.
I'll make a motion to remove Will Faust from today's agenda
Approve the agenda.
and approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to the meeting from the May 20th meeting. Everybody had a chance to look those over? Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve the minutes from the May 20th meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 20th meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to approval of the bills. We have deposits in the amount of $113,266.32. Accounts payable in the amount of $674,788.93. Transmittals in the amount of $15,281.56. And payroll in the amount of $55,066.49. Discussion. To have a motion to go ahead and approve the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve and pay the bills.
To have a second.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Jen, do you have a pen? That I can use? Somebody has taken all my pens. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, we'll move on when Jen gets seated to correspondence.
From Ellie Dana and the Happy Trails Committee, we have the invitation for the unveiling and dedication of life-size bronze creating the Voice of the Valley, Teens Wilford, on July 3rd, 2026 at 5:30 over at Teens Corner. The Seminole Power Company, we can go over that.
Okay. You want to briefly tell us about that?
Seminole Power Company has scheduled 2 public information open house meetings to share information about proposed new gas-fired electric generation project called the Miller Generating Station Project.
Looks like the public hearings will be in on the June 10th, 2026 from 2 to 7 at the Jeffrey Center in Rollins. And then on June 11th, 2026 from 4 to 7, be here at the Platte Valley Community Center. Please attend if you have time. Okay,
That's all, of course.
okay, thank you. Is there any council, we'll move on to items from the public. Okay. All right, well, Joe, looks like you're first up, buddy.
Mr. Mayor and Council, so I'm here to ask for Saratoga Days event. Again, this will be, if approved, the 11th year we've done it. It is on the 4th of July this year, which there's a lot of stuff happening all in one day. And it has been before in the past. I don't remember which year, but to that end, we've kind of still we're gonna close the street, but maybe start moving people in a little bit later than we have in the past, just to let the parade kind of clear out and ease some of that congestion, and then start the music maybe an hour and a half, a little bit later, but then also close, shut down at the same time we always have it.
Okay.
And then I did a street closure permit, I'm talking with the chief. We've had a lot of suggestions for changes and, one of them was moving more of the food truck vendors off of Bridge Street itself, because just the generators and the noise and they run out of food and then they're just sitting there and people are trying to move around. So we thought about closing from Main to Bridge on River, just to kind of push some of that around the corner there. I didn't include it on the permit. I thought if you guys thought that would be all right, we'd go ahead and try that this year and try to push some of that around, porta potties and that type of stuff.
So which way are you gonna push them?
We will move it to, food trucks and everything will move to between Bridge and Main on River.
Okay,
So that'll be the north side.
both sides of the road.
Other side of Shively's there. Right,
The other
around the
way,
corner on the other side of Shively's.
yeah, towards
No, it'd be on, you'd go on the other way,
the old
towards
Firewater.
Oh,
but that wouldn't shut down till after the parade, since that's our detour route for the parade. So we'd have from Main to, Bridge shut down, and then Bridge shut down for River to First.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, they not gonna, just don't block the alley, you know? In there.
For emergency vehicles to be able to use that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can close the alley, but emergency,
Right. Yeah.
don't block it with a food truck, we
Right.
have to move.
Yeah.
So
Council?
Sounds like common sense to me.
yep.
Well, I would entertain a motion to go ahead and grant this special events permit with the closure of portion of Main and
It'll
River.
be from Main to Bridge along River Street,
Yeah, Main
and
and River.
then Bridge Street from First to River.
I'd make a motion to approve it with the additional street closures.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. You have your event permit.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Move on to council comments. Anybody got anything they wanna say? I just wanna thank everybody for what they do. The boys are doing a good job. Emery's doing a good job. The ladies are always busy. Keeping us in line. So anyway, thanks, everyone.
I'll second
Move
that.
on to reports from department, town hall.
All the town hall has is ordinance 890 for final reading. 2026, 2026.
You can read that by title.
Number 890, an ordinance to provide income necessary to finance 2026, 2027 fiscal budget of the town of Saratoga, Carter, United States. Be it ordained by the governing body of the town of Saratoga.
Hey, is there any questions about the numbers in it? Does anybody have any questions? I have a motion to go ahead and pass ordinance 890 on its third and final reading.
I'll make a motion to pass 890 on its third reading.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All I have.
You will move on to the police department.
Mayor, council, my hands are empty. I have nothing tonight for you. Just been working on education, handing out flyers, everything from ordinance 891, the ORV ordinance. Yeah, got those distributed around town for people to pick up. Officers are carrying them to give them out for educational purposes also and help explain what the rules are. Otherwise, it's getting busier. just planning for the summer events and carrying on.
Any questions for John?
No,
Okay, thanks, sir.
thanks, John.
Fire department has nothing to report tonight. So we'll move on to recreation department.
Thanks, gentlemen. Really main thing I have is, so we set that free pool day or free entry to the pool day for the 5th. The lady for Rachel Swanson from Sources of Strength asked if we could move it to the 6th because the peer support students will be at a football camp out of town. So we just need to change it from the 5th to the 6th, so from Friday to Saturday.
Okay.
And we haven't formally advertised anything yet from us.
So we approved it for the 5th.
Correct.
Do I have a motion to go ahead and rescind that the last motion we made on having free pool day on the 5th and change it to the 6th? Did you make a motion?
I'd make a motion to change the free pool day from the 5th to the 6th.
Of second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Other than that, just kind of, I guess, an update what's going on over there is, so we met yesterday, the rec board or rec commission meeting was yesterday. They approved the updated rule changes for our next adult co-ed softball season, which registration is currently open for and ends June 26th. And then they're also working on getting a couple new, I guess you could call them activities. They're looking to do a pickleball tournament. They're going to start a walking / hiking group for the whole valley. And then also the toughest mile, which is kind of a long-winded thing. So if you have more information, reach out to Megan James.
It's an event.
Yes, they all 3 would be events. Yes.
You're gonna have specific days.
Yeah, they're working on that. The walking, hiking group would be kind of more of a regular thing. And then the pickleball tournament would be an annual thing. I don't know how long or how often the toughest mile would be. Seems pretty tough.
A mile.
A mile. Yeah, about a mile long.
Are you gonna come try?
No.
But other than that, I mean, today was our first full day for open swim. So I think it was a very successful day at the pool. Our first water aerobics class is going on as we speak. It's gonna get busier there. Swim lessons start June 8th. Be busy at the pool. Outside of that, 4 of our staff members passed their lifeguard certifications last weekend.
Good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Any questions for Carter?
No.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Carter.
Okay. Move on to Department of Public Works.
Council.
Well, hi, Emery. How are you, buddy?
Mike, I'm swell. I'm back.
Glad to hear it.
All right, first item on the docket here, this payment to Coleman Construction, this for the casing that we put under the highway. It is in there. Everything went, I'd say relatively good. Took about 3.5 days to get through there. We did have to add 6 extra feet, 3 more on each side just to accommodate the sloughing that we were getting underneath the boxes. We do hold retainage back on this since we contracted with them. So we'll hold back a little over 3,000. So that payment will actually be on that payout. It'll be 59,494.70. But they were good to work with. I was happy to work with us. Said everything was prepped and good. And
Good. Looked like things went well.
yeah, we did have a leak after they got the pipe in, it's on our end, but they did find it yesterday, pulled it back out, put it back in. We pressure tested 182 pounds for 2 hours this morning. So start hooking the rest of everything up on the gas station side and get out of their way.
Good. Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve this pay app for 59 what?
59,494.70.
59,494.70.
I'll make a motion to pay Coleman Construction 59,494.70 for the casing board.
Got a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, the second one, we started this week, spraying weeds and kind of started to pick up around town. We're really gonna get after it, next week. Our sweeper is not functioning properly. It's at the end of life. We kind of squeezed the last bit out of it we had last year. We won't have a new one by then that we budgeted for. And also with the one we did budget, they do have another demo coming in, the dealer out of northern Colorado. I would like to get it up one time and demo it one more time before we spend $160,000 on it. So I looked for rentals, I looked for other sweeping services, and this is what I can come up with out of Rock Springs. I didn't even hear back from a couple other companies, and then two of the rental companies, they want you to rent one for a whole year, and it's like $150,000. So wow, I was like, that doesn't really make sense. So I'd like to get cleaned up before the 4th of July. This guy comes out of Rock Springs. He does a few other smaller communities in Wyoming. They've got a big Timco sweeper. There's two options, just next week to do 3 days or 4 days hard and then be done with it, or to do 3 days now and then right before the 4th, hit it again for 3 days. I think either option is good. Obviously, the more you sweep your floor, the cleaner your floor is going to be. Just is it worth it to us for, the other $5,500 to have them come back? So it's up to you guys. And this is gutter broom sweeping. This is for everything we have in town that's curb and gutter.
So option one is $19,560.
Yep, that's the 2 runs. That's the coming in here next week and then before the 4th. Option 2 would just one trip for 12. So
Council?
Would there be a good reason to do it twice?
it's just to make sure we got every bit cleaned up before the 4th. That's my only. I don't
When is option one? When were you planning on bringing him in?
next week.
Next week?
Yeah. I mean, that's, in 3 weeks. I don't foresee it getting too cluttered in 3 weeks. And if we had a truck come up and turn on an intersection or something and make a mess, we do have the capacity to sweep that up. But it's getting everything in and out of the gutter. Ours is just making a mess, just dragging it all over town. I mean, we could just do the cheaper one and see how it goes.
Is that your recommendation?
I think for the money, it's the extra, it's the 250 Centennial, like we want it all, pretty cleaned up right before the 4th.
Probably want to put these stripes down.
Yeah, so we'll have them come in next week and then we'll paint the following week. And then that gives it a week for the paint to dry and everything before they come back.
Be in the budget?
Yeah. Just do option 2. Cheap one.
Council? Chair to entertain a motion for either one.
If you think that it'd stay clean between now and 4th, then why spend the extra $7,000 if you don't have?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna realize the $5,700 difference in cleanliness between option 1 and option 2.
And couldn't we use our failing one to muster through if we had to?
Yeah, we've used a combination of our failing one to kind of get things along.
I would make a motion for option 2.
Got a motion for option 2, $12,540. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Work. These two gentlemen, Hazel is one of our interns. He's interested in being a fogger as kind of a fill-in, like we got, we can't make it. Same with JD. He's fogged in the past, so I'd like to officially hire them just to have them on the roster.
Do I have a motion to go ahead and hire Hazen Williams and JD Johnson for seasonal mosquito fogging? What rate?
It's 21, right?
$21 an hour.
I'd make the motion to hire Hazen Williams and JD Johnson as seasonal rehires for mosquito foggers
At $21.
at $21 an hour.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Sorry. So the budget just got approved, so.
Oh, this would be the 21 plus the 5%.
Will it? Because that was in effect June 29th.
Well, so it would go up once it goes up. We'd hire them at 21 and then.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, he's working by then, so,
Yeah,
okay. I have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All in favor of hiring these two individuals, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
right. The property listings, the ad for those will hit the paper on Thursday, and then I got some online stuff that will be hitting about the same time. So we will have bid forms down here, a specific bid form built by us to make sure that everyone knows what they're bidding on. And then everyone will be putting their prices on the same form. We're not trying to have to interpret, somebody's notebook paper versus somebody's printed paper. It'll all be on the same bid form. Those properties.
Can they obtain those forms online?
We'll be able to email them to them. We could probably upload them on the website too.
Okay,
How long will the bids be open for?
I've got till July 15th. They're due at 2:00. That's like 6-7 weeks.
And it opens day after tomorrow,
It'll be Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, when the paper goes out.
Okay.
okay. Any questions on that?
And if you see them online, it will have a price on there, but it lists in the ad that this is just a reserve price because we did the 8% is what we. So it does say that in the ad. So don't think like, oh, that's the hard price. It does say that in the narrative there that's merely the reserve price and it has all the directions on it. So
Is that explained on the bid form?
yeah, that was on the property listing. Kind of gave you a little bit of an update on Elm Street. The casing. We're gonna start probably spraying mosquitoes end of next week, first part of the following. We did some dipping last week, and the larva is showing up in some of the water with it warming up. But we're probably gonna try to get the plane in next week and do a larvicide, try to stay ahead of them, and then traps are gonna go out this week, so we'll get an idea on how many adults we got going around, and we'll go from there. Like I said, we're gonna fog Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This year, we're not gonna do Fridays. We're gonna double up before the weekend, and then that's when people are more apt to be out, their decks and stuff Friday and Saturday. So we'll go Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Catch them after the weekend, and then if populations start diving down towards the end of the year, we'll dial it back. Go from there. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Do you think you can get the plane in by next week?
Yeah, that's their plan. They're doing some alfalfa spraying somewhere south of us and then trying to catch it all the way back up. That's the plan, but that's always I've been here, it's plains and weather and wind and
And Wyoming.
Wyoming stuff. So. Yeah, we'll do the best we can. And I'd like to continue to push the larvicide. You know, they put some larvicide granules out and stuff today. We're gonna try and do more of that just as we progress with the program because it's specific. It doesn't affect anything else. It's only for the mosquito larva. It's not floating around in the air.
Okay.
I did want to clarify on the bathroom. I said last time, I said the walls were up. I meant the stem walls were up. I walked out here and Jerry's like, man, that was fast. Thinking it's that fast, but good.
What I thought, I haven't even been by there.
The stem
The
wall.
walls.
You guys got any public works questions?
When are they due back?
The plumbing is, we're supposed to start getting roughed in this week was kind of the plan. So if that happens, probably pour into next week. Guessing we're waiting for some Bavisearch to come in on a few things before we cover anything else on concrete.
So are they, is this gonna be done by the 4th, you think?
No,
No.
the Bavis stuff is taking a long time. Getting everything certified and then lead times on some of those, like American made heater louvers and stuff, just the louver part, you know, it's like 6 weeks.
Oh, well.
We'll probably be sitting there with the structure, you know, middle of July, pretty much ready to plug heaters in and pull the faucets. Then that's what we'll be waiting on is just the finishing touches.
All right, well. We can only do what we can do.
Can only do what we can do. But we've had a lot of people have positive comments like, oh, this will be good. That's great. They're finally doing this and yada, yada, yada. So,
I think where you moved it to along the river is better too.
yeah, splitting the difference,
Choice, yeah.
splitting the difference, I think will work out well.
Good deal. Any questions? Okay. Do you have anything else, Emery, on?
No, not right now.
Okay, we'll move on to planning.
Haven't had a meeting, got a meeting next week.
Okay. Same with the water and sewer, joint power for.
Correct.
Yeah. Any questions? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, we'll move on to Recreation Commission, Mr. Barker.
Just had the meeting last night and Carter already covered everything, so. Next meeting's the 6th of July, here at 6 o'clock.
Okay. We'll move on to the Airport Advisory Board. The only thing we have on this tonight is Wyoming Log and Timber finished up the curb and gutter up there and submitted an invoice for $21,642.
His invoices look a lot better.
It's helping.
Mm-hmm.
So, any questions on that? Third, entertain a motion to go ahead and pay this invoice for $21,642.50.
I'd make a motion to pay an invoice of $21,642.50 to Wyoming Log and Timber.
Have a second.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thing from the South Central Wyoming Medical Service Board, their next meeting is June 15th. The Saratoga Ambulance Barn, 6 p.m. I have a motion to go into executive session in accordance with Wyoming statute 16-4-405. Little A, 2 little i's, and 3 little i's.
I'd make the motion to go into executive session in accordance with WS 16-4-405, little A, 2 little i's, and 3 little i's.
Got a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move into the next session. Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.